Hello everyone, welcome back to Pixel Village and I'm Radha Krishnan. Well, really happy to be back on this seat. Well, in this seat after 1.5 months of break. Well, we took that break for an exciting reason. Well, it's too early to talk about it now, but this is something which a lot of our viewers been asking us to do. A lot of people who walk in, people who meet, they all had this one request, and finally we have got down to doing that project. Too early to announce that, hence I would like you to guess it. I mean, if you can, please do it. I'd love to definitely know if you can guess that. Please let us know in the comment boxes. All right, to today's video. This is the Moza AirCross 2. This was launched in the middle of 2019, and ever since we've been using it in Pixel Village. Lots of our videos, all those moving shots were shot using this gimbal, and we've been using a range of cameras on this, predominantly Fuji's X-T4s and X-10 and X-T3. Yes, that's right. Now, in the middle of December 2021, Moza launched the all-new Moza AirCross 3, and we were lucky enough to kind of launch it through our YouTube channel in India. Well, that was a pre-production model. Now we have got the proper production model in India. It's in short supply, but we managed to get one and we wanted to put it through its paces. But before I kind of show you those footage that we shot using this, I like to make a quick comparison. As a matter of practice, we don't do comparison shootouts between brands, in Pixel Village, but it's perfectly okay, if I have to compare between two models of the same brand. Now, so Moza AirCross 2, as you can see, is a little bigger one, and the newer guy is much more compact. But surprisingly, this guy is a little more heavier than this guy. The reason is that this got an integrated battery inside and they use much better building materials. So this actually feels much more compact and balanced in your hand. That is my initial observation when I got it in my hand. And obviously this guy looks much bigger now, though this is actually supposed to be the AirCross series is actually the smaller series in Moza range of gimbals. And the 2 definitely looks bigger. Though this is lighter by, let's say, about 200 grams in comparison to the 3, this looks more balanced because, the center of gravity is far closer to your hand than it is here. So this feels more balanced in your hand. That's the instant feeling. Now, both has same payload, all right, 3.2 kilograms of payload. But the biggest advantage of the 3/2 is the battery power. Now, this has a 3500 mAh battery in comparison to 3000, which is here. And this can do a fast charging, and it also lasts much longer. This can do a 20 hours of effective usable time, run time, in comparison to I think 14 or 15 hours of the AirCross 2, which is very good. Now the disadvantage is that because the battery is built in it, you cannot have a second set of battery. You have to take the gimbal to a charging port. But if you have an external USB power bank, you can plug it in. There is a input USB-C type connector, and you can power the gimbal from that external power bank. The power banks are these days very cheap. It's got a much more powerful battery, so you can continue shooting for a whole 20 hours is almost like a full day of shoot. And plus, if you have an external, let's say a 20,000 mAh power bank, which is like probably 1,500 Indian rupees, you are in business. Whereas this guy will require new sets of batteries every time you run out of battery. Another big one. Well, this is for me, if I have one reason why I don't want to really go start using gimbal, is the biggest block that I have is this complicated menu system that many of these gimbals have. It asks you to press one button and use a kind of a toggle wheel and go into a sub menu and pick something, and everything is written in 8 points. It was actually for me not exactly something which I used to enjoy. But in this case, in the case of AirCross 3, Moza has completely done away with all those complicated menu systems. Very little switches and dials in front. It's very simple and straightforward, and you're going to definitely enjoy it. I can now go into a menu without too much of a trouble. Of course, this has, like the 2 has, this also has 3-axis lock. But the big advantage of this is that you can actually now use this gimbal in 3 different modes: the classic mode, the sling mode, and the dual handle mode. It's actually one of the most flexible, compact gimbals that I have come across. Let me keep the AirCross 2 away. All right. Now, another interesting feature that the AirCross 3 has is these multiple, accessory attaching points here. So you can add an external microphone, an external recorder onto this. It was actually available only in the bigger brother, the Moza Air 2 and the Air 2S, but now it is available in AirCross as well. Another feature that I really liked in the AirCross 3 is this improved grip. It's rubber, so it actually kind of improves your grip, especially when you work in this impossible, shooting angles and stuff. Well, this guy really helps you to grip it better. And you can also buy one more of these mini tripods and attach it, so you can have much more a firmer grip, so to speak. It doesn't, only one comes in the box. If you want to buy one more, then you can have a much more kind of a solid grip on the gimbal with the use of the second mini tripod. A little bit about the technology that has gone into it. Moza claims that the new deep red algorithm which they have employed in this gimbal actually makes the gimbal work in much better way. It says it'll have better attitude control, and it actually predicts and makes those gimbal movements much more smoother and easier. Well, when we used it, we found that it's definitely better, but I was attributing that to a better balance and much more compact kind of a design. I was attributing the ease of usage to that, but they say no, it is also because of the deep red algorithm. I think we should take the Moza AirCross 3 and put it through its paces, but unfortunately, most of the public places are closed down. We can't have a gathering. So we need to kind of find a quiet corner and do some shoots in the limited possible time that is available to us. So I'm sure you've seen tons of videos of AirCross 3 in the internet. We're going to add 2 bits of what we have done. So we're going to take it out, and of course the gimbal man in our studio, Aditya, is going to go out and do a shoot with this. He's going to come and tell me how he liked it. Of course I have handled it, and I'm going to add a little bit of what I think this gimbal is worth or capable of. So let's get out and do a small shoot and come back and show you what we've done. I know, the video was short, but given the conditions, that is the best we could pull off. But we promise that we will soon, once the the third wave weather kind of settles down, we're going to have a full-length feature on this gimbal. Well, we also by them will have this amazing accessory, completely active and integrated into the system. This is called the Intelligent Brick. It is an additional accessory purchase, doesn't come in the box at all, but it adds amazing functionality to this AirCross 3 by way of gesture controls and tracking. Fantastic device. It's not, like I said, it's not fully integrated yet. As we speak, they are building that functionality into this device. All right. We also would like to thank our new friend, Ahmed, who's featured in the video. Ahmed is an amazing personality. Thank you, Ahmed, for doing this. We're going to add your social media contact points in the description. By the way, Ahmed is an amazing guy. Like I told you, he is a student. He's doing his master's in physical education and sports nutrition. Great personality. We're going to have more of him in Pixel Village. Well, watch out for him. Now, as you may have seen in the BTS, well, this guy behaved perfectly well. The shots were super steady. They had various different possible situations which you can put a gimbal through in. And it actually did a very, very good job. Almost everything that Moza promised, well, it did just happen. The Moza AirCross 3 comes in a box like this, in a package like this. This is a nice soft carry case. In case if you want to carry the gimbal alone, then this is very nice. It's got 2 compartments. One is for the gimbal, the other one is for the accessory. And but since the form factor is so small, it's so small that it can fit into an A4 size page. Once it is folded, you can actually put this into your camera bag itself and travel. So that compactness is another big advantage, or something which all photographers, videographers are going to really enjoy and like, because you want to travel very light, especially if you are a vlogger, for example. So with all those advantages, I also want to kind of point out two disadvantages, or things that needs a little bit of attention. This is something which Aditya conveyed to me, is that one is with regard to this all lock button. Now, in most of the other gimbals, the all lock can be achieved in the menu. So you go into the menu and lock the gimbal, and gimbal stays in place. But in this case, you need to press and hold this button in front for the all lock to be achieved. But it's all right while you are using it in the classic mode, classic configuration. But what if the gimbal is mounted on top of, let's say, a jib arm? Well, obviously, you will not be able to go into that mode. That's one disadvantage. The second one is when the gimbal opens and folds up for the low slung kind of configuration. Well, the UI interface, the dial, gets hidden completely behind. At that time, you are entirely dependent on the remote app, the Moza Master. Other than that, the gimbal performed perfectly well to the satisfaction of everyone in the studio. One big thing that I tell you to all Moza users, in fact all gimbal users, is that whenever you buy a gimbal, please buy it with warranty. Okay, you may have to pay an extra for the warranty, but buy it with the warranty. The advantage is that gimbal is one of the most ill-treated product or ill-treated equipment in your camera bag for obvious reasons. And when it breaks down, well, you really need support. Once you buy it with the warranty, then the manufacturer is bound by that warranty. And if you buy it in grey market to kind of save a few thousands of rupees, then you can put yourself and your client and a lot of other people into a tight spot. So I'd recommend that you buy these products, especially a gimbal, with proper bill and warranty. So that's it this time. That was a quick one. We like I said some time back, we promise you a full-fledged, a detailed review of the AirCross 3 along with the intelligent brick very soon, once the the weather kind of settles down. If you are interested in learning photography, please head over to pixelvillage.com. We have a set of fantastic photography teachers there taking classes for you. They're all recorded sessions. You can watch the bouquet of offering, and if you like it, you can subscribe. And yes, please remember to kind of make that guess. Just tell us what we are planning to do, that new project that we are working on. Bye for now.